just feel like anybody who is siding with Ryan and Blake, it's not going to end up looking good on them in the long haul.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance.
Hey.
Casey, man. Time to clink the cups.
So, it is tea time, ladies and gentlemen, and this is tea that we're reheating because it's brewing. I thought it was getting a little hot and it was going to simmer down, but this Blake Lively situation and Ryan Reynolds, this is actually becoming way bigger than I had originally thought. So we already talked about Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively and their little situation. So this past weekend, I believe SNL celebrated their 50th anniversary or like being, in existence. And Blake Lively and Ryan went, which in my opinion, I thought that was kind of like, I know some people are like, oh no, just show face kind of a thing. But I think it's in poor taste because if you are going off this story that allegedly your wife has been sexually assaulted or essayed, you're not parading around and like smiling and you know what I mean? You're kind of dealing with that. Not only did they go, they also were a part of, Ryan was a part of like the joke, I guess, opening act situation. And he was essentially making light or fun of that situation. Ooh, excuse me.
What you call it? It was the audience Q&A.
It was the audience Q&A. And I was just like, watching it, I'm like, this is cringy. You know when you're like forcing people to laugh with you? There were people in the audience who literally, if you zoom in, you could see some people are just like rolling their eyes. There was that older actor. What's his name? He was in Bodyguard, Jalen.
Kevin Costner?
Yes. He was sitting there and literally his reaction was mine, looking at Blake while, Ryan standing up doing the bid.
Did you see Blake's reaction?
Yes. And she looked up and was shocked. Now, here is what I'll say. When they are doing things like this is not spare the moment. They've written this out. They have writers write this out, proofread, draft it, make sure it's okay. So there was a lot of eyes on this. No one thought that this was like inappropriate or not okay. I just feel like this is more of a stain or a reason why I think this is not going to work out well for them. Also found out prior to that situation that Justin Baldoni got dropped from his agency that also, so the people that find him jobs and like bookings and shit like that, they also have Blake and Ryan. They are like, oh, Blake and Ryan are good people. They dropped Baldoni. So I just feel like anybody who is siding with Ryan and Blake, it's not going to end up looking good on them in the long haul because Baldoni is having just nothing but a pile of evidence showing that like, no, it's this woman who is being inappropriate and like trying to do some other shit. I wasn't on that. I am still adamant about she was giving this man moves and grooves. I mean, every partner she's had has been from a project she's done. Even Ryan.
It's so bad. Old boy got a whole website with just all the evidence. All the evidence. Just, the judge had to tell him to take it down, though.
Wow. I mean, no, but I'm glad he put it up because I'm glad he put it up because I think it then further explains like I am innocent. I'm not hiding anything. I think the way he's acting and behaving is perfect because it's like I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Here's everything you need, and you tell me what's the story this evidence is telling. I don't know. And then there's a lot of people pulling up old interviews from Blake, and it's just like she makes interviewers feel uncomfortable. You can tell she's somebody that is a nepo baby that didn't put in the work. Does that make sense? Like I can see Blue Ivy. Yeah, she's a nepo baby, but she puts in the work. You know what I mean? She practiced for the Renaissance tour and she didn't just get up there and was like, yeah, let's just fuck around. There was effort and work put in. I think Blake is someone who has the pretty privilege and is used to things going her way, and so when it doesn't go her way, she's thrown off by that and throws a tantrum. But I think this time around, when you use the word essay, that I mean, sexual assault is not something you can't say lightly, and it sucks because when people are, really assaulted, it's gonna make them feel less inclined to publicly come out because you have so many people falsely using it.
Yeah, she is a Nepo baby. Her father took her mother's name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry, no.
Thinking big. You ain't shit, Tyler. You ain't shit. You ain't shit, Tyler.
Stuck ass nigga.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh God. Oh wow. It's crazy. It's a crazy situation. It's never gonna end. It's not ending until the people's pockets start to hurt. That's what's gonna happen. And I guess my boy Ryan Reynolds tried to punk Baldoni too. I heard that he tried to punk him after he heard about the weight thing. When Baldoni innocently went to his trainer, who just happened to also be Blake's trainer, and asked how much she weighed because he knew he had a back issue and didn't want to strain his back.
And he wasn't. I don't think he came up about it at like in a jerk way.
I will say though, I respect Ryan Reynolds for stepping to that nigga. Because if you think about it, if my wife told me some dude was questioning her weight, I'ma step to him too. He only got the knowledge what he's being told.
So you ain't gonna ask no questions,
right? Like,
don't you disrespect my wife? That's all I gotta say.
But
you're not gonna ask for more clarification.
You're not gonna inquire about what's the context.
My wife come
like,
up
are we
to
just
me,
randomly throwing out weight numbers?
My wife come up to me, say she felt disrespected by another man. I'm gonna have a conversation. That's all I gotta say.
I gotta ask my wife some questions. I'm sorry.
I'm just, Tyler, I appreciate that. You can't just jump.
Well, I'm not gonna jump. I'm not gonna jump, but I'm just saying you gonna make my wife feel disrespected. I'm gonna say something. Obviously, this comes after a conversation you had with your wife.
Here's
my wife
the thing.
comes to me telling me that someone a man made her feel disrespected. I'ma say
let's play a little scenario. Let's paint a scene.
I'm not saying I put hands on them.
No. You guys are married. Let's paint a goddamn scene. Let's say your wife got this new job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Okay. Ooh, that's exciting. All right. You found out her work husband, kind of good looking man. He's empathetic. He got a podcast where he's like opening and he's a feminist and he's like, ooh, yeah. Everything a woman, quote unquote, wants, right? And every time she come home from work, she's telling you about how great this guy is. And, oh, yeah, he did this and da-da-da. You're not going to feel no type of way? You're not going to feel no jealousy towards this man?
Whoa. Am I Ryan Reynolds in this situation?
You are.
No, I'm not going to feel jealous. I'm Deadpool.
That's what I think is happening. I really, truly feel, because prior to this project, there was no issue. There was nothing. But the moment she started working on this,
she ain't been doing nothing. Think about it.
I didn't say it. You did.
What did Blake Lively been doing until that movie came out? I'm just saying.
I didn't say it.
I don't follow
Tyler.
Like
okay, Jalen's out. Tyler, let's ration here. What?
I can look at this from two ways.
Mm-hmm.
There's no nigga that perfect.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I would just be like, he a suck ass nigga. Like I would just be hating on nigga from afar. I know this nigga ain't. I be like, this nigga. Yeah. I know he doing something. He
up to something.
Or I would definitely. I ain't gonna lie. I would definitely have to take my wife to lunch, and before we go to lunch, I got to meet people in the office.
That's valid. My thing.
I meet people in the office.
Here's my thing.
I heard about you, my boy.
You're bragging about how great the fella is. I gotta meet him. You're right. I gotta meet him.
Yeah. I
gotta see him for myself. If I don't know. If I don't know him, I'm just gonna be hating. If I meet him, I like him. Oh, this is a nice guy.
Make that connection. Just like let me put
if I
face
meet him
to
and
the
I
name.
can tell he's full of it, I'm gonna say no. He's full of it.
Yeah. there's also another part
But
of
if
me
you
is like,
disrespect my wife, you make my wife feel disrespected. I'm having words with you. I'm not saying I'm going to put
that's
the
the
pause
thing,
on you. I
bruh.
just have
I say
words.
that respectfully. Most women feelings they change very quickly. You just gotta break it. I'm saying in the sense of like, okay, before I do something irrational for you, why did you feel disrespected? I just got to know before I go off.
Our intuition be on point though.
So here's my thing, right? Ain't nobody said I gotta go. You know I'm a crazy nigga.
I know you crazy.
You know what?
I'm crazy.
I'm so fucking glad you named that. Excuse
my
I'm language.
Crazy.
You gotta, cause you crash out, Jalen.
You know I could crash out. You know it.
You are not retired.
You know what? We have a clip. I was talking about murder. I'm not joking, but like, if it comes, it gotta come. But what I'm saying is, in a situation like this, let's say this is regular people. I'm not Ryan Reynolds. I'm not Deadpool. I'm just Jalen. If my wife is disrespected from somebody at work, I would like to have a conversation with them. I wouldn't go out of my way, but if I know there's a work event coming up, I would
like to make sure you're available.
All right,
so I can show face.
This
I don't have to
specific
say
situation.
I can shake a hand really hard.
This specific situation.
I'm screaming.
The guy she works with has a bad back, and they're doing a scene where he has to lift her. He has to know how much she weighs because he has a certain weight limit on how much he could put on his back.
Yeah.
Now, would you rather? He's probably like, well, if I directly ask her, she gonna feel some type of way. So let me just ask the trainer.
Yeah.
Now, how that got back to her, that's not his fault.
That was the trainer. But that's what I'm saying.
The trainer being messy.
The trainer was being messy. But here's
so who we really mad at? Who we really mad at?
Now we're cooking with oil.
There's still a conversation to be had because my wife felt the way about it.
So here's the thing.
Hey, I need to get clarification.
Here's the thing.
Need to get clarification from both
There's not a clarification. No. There's not a clarification. I think Tyler brought up a good point, right? It would have been disrespectful, I would say, if he had went up to her and be like, yo, how much you weigh?
Yeah, no,
There's no way that you can ask a woman her weight and it not come off like you're being a douche.
Oh, for sure.
So the fact that he was like, hey, for this role, I have to pick her up, we have these scenes. Do you know how much she weighs? I want to make sure that, I have a back issue.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm gonna be real.
And to me, that's you being safe. Yeah. You don't want to throw out your back. That's not even trying to be funny.
And I think it's more respectful to her. He don't want to, make her feel no type of way about the weight. Right. And if I'm Baldoni, if I find out that got back to her, I got to get another trainer. I'm sorry, this shit over.
Yeah. That shit dead. Baldoni got to get a new trainer. But also,
because that's messy.
I feel like
should be.
I feel like
client confidentiality.
But it's not that. It's trainers. I feel like Baldoni, I don't think he got a chance to apologize because when he found out that it got back to her, it made her feel away. The brother got hey, listen here, I was just asking because this, that, and this in my back.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say too heavy or whatnot. I just needed to make sure that I prepared myself and able to lift a certain amount of weight that I'm not allowed to lift. And I feel like so now I'm going on the Baldoni side of the situation, not the crazed husband side. I can see why Ryan Reynolds will feel away, but you got to talk to the brother.
I don't know.
I also heard that he was trying to explain to Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds was like, nah, fuck that. Ryan Reynolds was pulling a Jalen and crashing out, and was like, I'm gonna make fun of him in my movie.
And here's what I'll say, and then we could, we can move on. I just think that it's important to, I think Tyler brought up a good point. It's important to just ask questions.
Yeah,
because when you assume, you just make an ass of yourself. And I think that's what this situation is there's a lot of assumptions. And unfortunately, when I could see Ryan being like, okay, so what else happened? You know what I mean? It's kind of like when the police interrogate you, they get one thing out of you. They use that one thing and it's like, okay, well, what else is going on? And she probably felt like, shit, okay, her back is against the wall. Now I got to throw shit out. Right? But you can't just throw shit out and think, you got a husband that's a crash out. Now I'm about to take it to the hoop. So now I think what we're seeing is their brand of potentially is at risk of like being tainted, because then if it turns out that you lied about SA, then people are like, oh, whoa, especially nowadays with the Me Too movement, the Diddy shit, and people are not going for it. So if that turns out to be, not true and they are lying, that is not a good look on their brands. And I think they need to have them, chill at the house, get the lawyers together, get shit together so that you are prepared, because it's not looking good.
I will say I thought the joke was funny. Because he was like,
I didn't.
They was like, hey, Ryan, how you doing? What's going on with you? And he goes, why? What you hear? That's all he said. He said, why? What you hear? And then Blake's face was like, and I thought it was subtle. I mean, I could see why it wasn't
the
funny.
the audience, it was 50-50. Some people the audience was like,
I thought it was so crazy to say that it made it funny. If that makes sense. It was like, damn. It's like, whoa. It was like uncomfortable funny.
There was a lot of people on the back end that were like,
it's all Blake Lively's fault. I'll be honest with you. It's white woman be a white woman, and that is the issue. There's a white woman doing white woman things, and that is the issue.
Being a Karen.
And then she got her husband into it. And come on, man, a crash out to a crash out. You don't crash out for your wife. I just became a
Ryan Reynolds fan.
Yeah,
I just became a Ryan Reynolds fan pretty recently.
Don't get too comfortable in the stands, Tyler.
I don't think his career is gonna suffer.
I love that show. Welcome to Wrexham.
You would think. But I'm telling you, because there are a lot of stories coming out about Ryan as well as Blake, though. So it's not just Blake who's getting, you know what I'm saying?
The rumors
they've been bullying people. You got him dropped from his agency. Like there are so many things.
Nah, that's good for him though. A better door gonna open for him.
Yeah, you know what?
Especially if it go the way he think. A better door gonna open for him.
Like Gucci Mane said, girls are like buses. Miss one, next 15, one coming.
Okay.
Gucci Mane crazy with that ice game stunt.
Saying
swag so still.
Well, that was tea time. Clink,
clink. Clink.
Ooh, shout out to KC, man. We appreciate that. We appreciate that drama over there on the white side. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Drama. Let's get
got drama too.
No class.